Good morning, y'all. It's Monday, the 29th, maybe. Um, I want to, first of all, because I did not want to forget this, a sweet gentleman made a request to me that I give his beautiful wife, who is apparently a big fan of the Big Mouth, a birthday shout out. So I hope you hear this, sweetie. And her name is Cindi, Cindi. Her birthday is on the 31st of this month. And you guys know I'm very forgetful, so I did want to say happy birthday, Cindi. I hope you have many more, and I hope this one is spectacular. Now, it's got to be good because you have a husband that went out of his way to ask me to do this. So happy birthday, sweetie. And anyone else who has a birthday around that time. This video is not really about anything, you guys. It's a little after 8, I think. It's going to be 98 degrees today. So I'm trying to get out and about and run some errands. I have to go to the bank. I have to go to the pharmacy. I want to check my mailbox. That's going to be my fun thing to do. My unfun thing is going to be to give Hazel a bath when I get home. She is not going to be happy, but she feels so much better after I do. What else have I got to do? I want to run by and see Mary Jo while I'm out and about. They're getting new carpet at Bread of Life today. It's already been delivered, and it is being provided by her son, who is a contractor. And he's a big-time contractor, you guys. I'm so proud of him. He has a wife and 5 children. He's always made a good enough living that his wife has been a stay-at-home mom with their children, which I admire her for that. It's very important if you can do that, to be able to stay home with your children and not work just because you want to. If you have your heart set on a big career, just don't have children. That's how I feel anyway. Let me not open up that big can of worms, okay, you guys? So those are the things that I'm going to do today. I have to take my application over to the office here and turn it in with a money order. Places say, like especially apartment communities, because they don't want to deal with it, they say, we do not accept cash. Well, let me tell you guys something. That is BS. If you insist, they have to take your cash. That is legal tender in the United States. And no one can deny you from using cash. We rarely do it anymore, but if I wanted to press it and make a stink about it, I could actually sue them over that. Now, don't get your panties in a wad, somebody, because I'm not saying that I want to sue anybody. I'm just merely stating that cash has to be accepted because it's legal tender in the United States. They don't want to deal with cash. And I understand that. It means that at the end of the day, you have got to go to the bank and make a deposit. Now, when I did apartment management for 17 years, I never told people we do not accept cash. I would say, however, we would really prefer it if you could use a check or a money order. Now, I don't use checks anymore, you guys. Anything I do is online. I pay my bills online. And I'm going to cut off my gym membership. I'm going to cut off my Hulu. I'm going to trim my expenses, excuse me, as much as possible. Thank you so much for all your understanding and your support about selling tank. But I do want to say, I think people don't really watch my videos. They might start them, but they don't finish them because they ask questions like, what? Why are you selling tank? I made a whole video on why I'm selling tank. And I feel like that it's the right thing for me. However, I am praying about it. I will not put Tank on the market and leave him there for, month after month after month. To me, if he doesn't sell in a reasonable amount of time, then maybe God's trying to tell me something. So, please, try to watch the videos so that you know what I've really said, and not jump to conclusions. I try to get to all of my comments, even if it's just clicking on the little heart, so that I've acknowledged that I have read your comments. They mean a lot to me, you guys. I'm going to be making videos, of course, on a regular basis. I just have not been able to get my room straightened out enough so that I can figure out the height of the phone to the face. I don't want you looking at the ceiling or down at my chest, or I need to get that figured out. And I will. I just haven't done it yet. So the other thing I wanted to say, some of you seem to think that Terry is an ogre. He's not, you guys. He can be a grumpy old man. I can be a grumpy old woman, trust me. For the most part, Terry's a sweetheart. He went out and bought me a little desk for my room. He bought me a fan at Walmart so I would have more air circulation in my room. He's always telling me, Deb, whatever you want, use the food, use this, use that, don't worry about it. He's really a sweetheart, you guys. I would not have gotten myself into a situation where I was going to have to deal with something that's awful. You can spend time out of your van, like today, when the temperatures are going to be 98 degrees. What do? Well, for one thing, you try your best to park in the shade. The other thing is you go into a public place. Now, I can take Hazel into Walmart with me. I've done it many, many times. Now, back when I first got her, she was willing to be in a little doggie carrier. Now, she's not. I guess because I didn't use one for so long that now if I put her in a doggie carrier, she scratches and scratches and scratches and scratches until I think she's going to hurt her nails and her feet. But if I really needed to, and you can always take your dog into Lowe's and Home Depot. I just have to be very, very careful. I put a blanket in the bottom, a small blanket in the bottom of the cart so she's not hurting herself. And I have to be very vigilant because people think she's so cute. And she is. And, but they want to pet her. You can't do that. So I spend a lot of time in there. I'm talking to people about her and not letting people touch her. So you guys, there are ways to survive in this heat if you live in a van. Those of you who don't have pets, I mean, really, you guys have it made. If I didn't have Hazel, then I could go hang out at the mall. I could go to the library. I could go to Walmart. I mean, there are tons of choices of air-conditioned places. It's just when you have a pet, it makes it more difficult. They're worth it. But again, if you don't have a pet and you are going into a small vehicle that you can't leave running. Now, Jay, he's got the best setup ever, you guys. He has air conditioners, 2 of them. So his animals are always cool, no matter what. And he can run them off his generator. You can't run air conditioning off a little bit of solar, you guys. He's got the same amount as I do. He has 100 watts. So anyway, there are always ways to live in your vehicle. Actually, I think it's easier to live in your vehicle in the heat than I do the cold. Now, I might change my mind come wintertime. Now, I don't intend to stay stationary and static, you guys. That's another reason for me wanting a van that has lower mileage and gets much better gas mileage, because I don't want to be stationary. I don't want to be static. I want to be able to get out. There are some people right here in this state that are viewers on my channel, and I really want to get together with them. I want to be able to drive to them and visit, have a meetup, so they say. But there are lots of things that I would like to do, but I just would be more comfortable. And the other thing is, Tank is manageable. He is, but he's very heavy and very bulky. I mean, you can't just whip him into any old parking space, okay, you guys? He's pretty wide, and he's 17 feet long. He does fit in a parking space, but he's pretty bulky. And I can attest to that by the big dent that I put in my ladder and my door back there. So anyway, you guys, I did do some research on a starting price for Tank, and I think I'm going to put him on eBay, and I'm going to have a reserve price, which for those of you that don't know, a reserve price is that it's the lowest price that you're willing to take. And then people can bid higher, but they can't go any lower. And that protects you from wasting a lot of time with people who want to lowball. And there are a lot of people out there that will do that. They'll offer you $1,000 for a $10,000 vehicle. So that's how you protect yourself against that. So I'm going to do that, and I believe I'm going to start Tank at $7,500. Now, that's probably too high. In fact, I'm sure it is, but you want to leave yourself a little negotiating room, because everybody wants to negotiate, you guys. Everybody. Oh, I don't know if you can see these. These are earrings, and they're in the shape of Australia. Thank you, sweetie. I love these little earrings. I love all my jewelry that you guys have sent me, but I'm telling you, I've got more jewelry than I could probably wear in the rest of my lifetime. And I will be wearing it and showing off all of it. I so appreciate it. But anyway, I'm off topic. But so that's how I'm going to go about putting Tank on the market. And yes, I know he's not alive, but boy, he sure has been good to me for 2 years, you guys. And I do hope that somebody that will get him is going to be making more camping trips. He's made to get out and be on BLM land. He has a freshwater holding tank. He's got the sink. He's got the refrigerator. I mean, I really would hope that somebody would get him and be able to camp, dry camp, boondock. That's what he's really made for, not urban living. Although he's done a very good job of that for me. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. It's getting hotter and hotter. Oh, one more thing. I will not make any more videos while I'm driving for 2 reasons. One, to respect your concern that I'm going to get distracted and have a big crash up. Although in my opinion, it's no different than talking to Mary Jo in my passenger seat. And the other reason is tank and the traffic are so loud that you can't hear me. And I know how awful it is to not be able to hear something that you're trying to listen to. So for those reasons, I will either make my videos in the van in the early morning when it's cool, or I am going to set up a space in my room that I can make videos. I love you guys. Please do something fun today, and I will talk to you later. Bye.